Welcome back. We are, as you can see, in the middle of a fight, and that's because this is a continuation of a previous session from earlier today that I had to abandon very suddenly due to a slight offline emergency. So this was our second pass through the first stage of the post-game special world. Our second pass because we needed to clean up 50 out of 50 pieces of Leon's soul, and so we are currently in the middle of a second attempt on Phantom Gorimondo, who is the boss here. So I'm in the middle of the fight, and I left this several hours ago, and so we'll see if I can find my place. If we can't, we'll just die on the fight, and we'll redo it and continue from there and see how we fare. So, let's go. Yeah, so as you can see, I was kind of halfway through and doing this. Oh, yeah, we needed to dodge this. I have been having a great deal of trouble dodging the grab. Just poor timing on my part, I think. So we'll likely fail this attempt and just redo it from scratch. Now this, I believe I can just outrun. Oh, bad idea. Hang on. And you know what? If I'm not going for the dodge counter, jumping away from that is probably quite a lot better, but let's just try to run out of this. Pelt him as we go. And then this is kind of an extended pattern. There we go. And we were a little out of range for the lock-on, but thankfully still within range for the projectiles. Oh, this is going to get trouble. I'm way out of position. I'm probably going to die. He's going to go swipe, stun, swipe. Nope. I was attempting to dodge there, but we had been having some trouble with the reaction timing on the second and third swipe, and very often the first swipe as well, but I think Space Ranger is the right approach. That's how we beat him the first time. And eventually we'll need to learn some other patterns for the true arena, but for now, let's just start this over. Let's start fresh. And just kind of take that as a bit of a warm-up after far too much time away. So I should probably not let the shot go while he still has that cutscene invulnerability. Once again, missing a dodge. The swipe is so fast, I really do need to prepare for it well in advance. Okay. Okay, prepare. There we go. Okay, there we are. And then he's going to do the big stomp now, because that's what he does in Phantom form. Okay. The counter shot doesn't work too well when I'm dodging the boulders instead. I think we realized it previously. It does some damage, but not nearly enough for what I'm trying to accomplish with that. So let's just try to run out of this. If I start at a distance, I should typically be able to outrange it. Whoop. Okay. Swipe. Swipe. Third swipe coming. Okay, didn't quite get to dodge counter that time, but we're doing a lot better in terms of damage mitigation. So yeah, just needed a warm-up fight mostly, just to get back into the rhythm of things, and then didn't quite get the lock on there, but yeah, we should have this window. And unfortunately, he was in the air during that phase, and it's okay, got him down. It's 50 out of 50 on Forgo Plains. Okay, off to a roaring start. Let's continue. I do love the structure of the post-game so far, where you just review all of the standard stages in modified form. In this continuous form. I have to account for the fact that a lot of the stages in their original form, if you're not replaying them for Waddle Dees, are actually very quick experiences. This is actually a much bigger game than the level count suggests, I think, which is kind of neat to think about. But we are going to try to get 100% of the soul pieces as we go. And let's see how we do in Forgo Bay, which is going to be a retread of World 2. 48 shards over here. They just couldn't come up with 2 additional ones. Anyway, there are going to be some open areas, because this is, after all, the bay. We probably should have gone for ice. Oh, no, we sniped all the ice. Okay. I shouldn't have done that. We should look for ice at some point then, if I can figure out where else I can pick it up. Because there clearly is a shard that's on top of this pillar. And we'll try to get the lock on this guy as well. But yeah, if we can pick up a chili, like a Mr. Chili, fairly soon, then we'll come back here, swim back, tap this with fire. This isn't too bad to deal with, this guy over here. And so yeah, I don't think we missed anything up front, but it doesn't hurt to be thorough. Especially because it has been some time since we scoped our way through World 2 for secrets. So anyway, there is going to be another Mr. Chili over here, so we will, of course, grab him. And switch out of Space Ranger when we're out of the muck. And we'll head back to the pillar. And notice that you can skate on water, much like how you can skate on magma, in fact. Except here, you're just kind of freezing the surface as you go. And then that's going to get me that. And so yeah, we'll be fairly thorough about this and try to at least await the notification that we have collected everything before proceeding. I kind of wonder if Cutter is going to be necessary, because the enemies don't respawn here. I should be extra careful. In case any of the conflict abilities turn out to be necessary. Oh, Wild Edge, okay. Okay, I was hoping to dodge out of that, but I guess the shield doesn't allow me to do so. Whoop. Yeah. That's interesting. I didn't know that about the guard ability with Blizzard Ice, that I can't dodge when I'm in ice form. But that's okay, we'll just freeze this guy and smash him from there. Yeah, so there's no roll dodge, and so the fact that I have a bit of a habit of doing the roll dodge is perhaps not a good sign. We can continue skating around with ice. Notice that we have no notification yet that the Warp Star has completed everything I want, so instead we'll go over here. We'll grab this. We still have one soul piece somewhere then that we haven't accounted for yet. We do not want to hit the Warp Star until that has been accomplished. Check the corners maybe, I don't know. Yeah, because there should be some kind of indication. I'm gonna try to swim behind. Oh. So, Chili is back here, indicating that perhaps we still need more ice. I don't really know what was going on with the whirlpool here. I think that's probably not a good idea to do that. Possibly we have to take out the crocodile. But there are very few tools I can use to actually do that. There isn't too much I can use to defeat him with the standard copy abilities. I know I can defeat him with the ring mouth and the boat when you crash through him, but that's about it. It does look like there's maybe somewhere I can go up on the left side, but we don't know that for a fact yet. Yeah, so the fact that Chili respawns here is perhaps significant. We should maybe continue to look for anywhere we can go further using the ice ability, but I feel like getting rid of some of this muck might be part of it, but I just don't see it so far, so. I really am quite certain that we're missing something in this area, though, and since we weren't told of any completion of this optional objective, maybe we should take out the cutter after all and take out some enemies and see if anything changes. Whoa. Yeah, got Wild Edge down. I don't see it. Might be something like the rock on the right side, or we can float up to it somehow, or find some way up. Doesn't appear so. So I kind of wonder, because there was this golden fish here. I don't know if we could have really done anything about it. And that's the only thing I can think of. I mean, we did transform that into a coin, but we didn't figure out anything else we could have done. So possibly I just need to progress, but you know, just to minimize repeating bosses, I really do want to scrape this carefully. Yeah, so there's this tree over here, and that was nothing. I feel like there's definitely some kind of passage we didn't inspect properly. Let's just check the edge. The Wild Edge. Yeah, because there's not much I can think of. There was the fish, there was this guy. We can try to ice the crocodile, perhaps, and see if it does anything. I also didn't really do anything with Whirlpool, but I assume this is just going to damage me. Yeah, I thought so. Alright, let's just proceed then. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like we have to try this somehow. It will drop sword, but that's okay. We'll... Yeah, no, he's not going to do anything here. That's not going to accomplish anything. Maybe it was something I was supposed to freeze along the way. Whoops, no, that's going to be death. We're close to it. Possibly I can skate over some of this. Yeah, maybe we skate over... No, one moment while I take care of a quick bot issue. Okay. I think we should probably just proceed then, because I don't see what it's going to be. I feel like we are definitely missing one in this area. Also, we had the ability to regain the sword in that zone and didn't take it. We'll see. This is going to be a bit of a learning run. I suppose I expect to miss a few things, and it won't hurt to learn the variation of Twisted Woods, or rather, Tropic Woods, rather. The hard mode of Tropic Woods is something that we'll have to learn anyway. So let's do a deep sleep. Let's just heal up again, and then probably switch to Ranger, given that there are a couple of targets here to hit that will almost certainly be relevant. And then some of the placements here are going to be fairly similar to the collection that we already had to do in this zone in the standard level. So we'll be fairly thorough about checking things all around and just bust down whatever we can. It's probably something silly like that, you know, breaking over a crate in the right location that we missed in the first zone. But no, I strongly suspect it's something to do with that golden fish that we just didn't manage to snipe it or freeze it or whatever. Even though I thought I did when I revealed the coin that was in that area. Okay, we got another target coming up on the left. Very nice. And then we'll float up here to grab this one. And then, once again, no notification of having completed things, but that's because there's a huge target all the way over there. We'll see how much this reveals. Could be a lot, could be a little. And we have completed this section. Okay, so yeah, I definitely didn't see that notification for section 1 though, so there will be a replay in our future at some point. And Mario, welcome back. Glad you managed to make it back after we had a very lengthy disappearance. But yeah, sometimes these things happen. They've been having maybe too often lately. I didn't used to have so many issues with having to cut off midstream, but it seems like Kirby has been kind of a cursed game for me in some ways when it comes to the streaming experience. It's just been a wonderful game. I've loved my time with it, but the streaming has definitely been difficult. Not only from a lot of frequent interruptions, but also a lot of technical issues from time to time as well. Although today, thankfully, we've not had issues with things like the sound. But yeah, this has been a challenging game to stream for reasons that have had nothing to do with the game itself, which is, of course, wonderful. And yeah, and Mario, I'm glad you appreciate the bot messages. I try to keep them somewhat personalized. This was formerly a speed segment in the original form of... Whoops. Okay, let's not get crushed by the rock, I say. I get crushed by the rock immediately. Alright, let's slide out of here. This was not a soul shard. Why not? Because there's probably something down here. There we go. Is there something up here? Maybe. Maybe not. That's okay, we'll just work our way back up. Yeah, I don't know how much else we're missing in this area, but... we'll just stay reasonably tight against the wall, and... yeah, I busted down the blocks in this area previously. Now, do we want to switch the sword? I suspect we might, but... no, we're just going to take that out. And once again, no message yet for completing this area, so we have more to look for. And we'll scan around this area first. Not going to take the warp star until absolutely necessary, although I'm so low on health at this point that if I take a fall, I will just die immediately, so could be in a very subtle location. They are getting more difficult to spot, these secrets that are hidden about. Yeah, I don't know how much I've been missing. I definitely have been missing something here. So we'll just be somewhat thorough, and if I do lose this attempt, so be it. Not a big deal. Oh, yeah, something to the right. I see it. Or rather, I see something worth checking. And it's nothing, because we're going to hit an invisible wall. That's the thing about the kind of level geometry and design that we see here, is that these environments are beautiful, but it does mean that, as is usually the trade-off with video games, the more naturalistic the environments, the greater the risk of having some things like invisible walls be a little counterintuitive, so, or at least not easily guessed. So we're missing something in this area. Maybe it's from busting down a boulder, I don't really know. Whoa. Or maybe it was something time limited, which has happened. Actually, look at this as a golden spot here. No, that's not anything, that's just a glow. Actually, no, the glow seems to indicate to me that maybe it's a glow from something above, and I should... Yeah, look at that. I can stand on this spot here. That's it. Okay, good. I'm glad we managed to identify that quickly, and then we'll try to proceed to the next area before dying. Okay. Okay, we've got ice over here. I think I should take ice. I feel like it's going to be a good idea. Although, once again, we have to be mindful of the fact that there is no dodge roll when I'm using ice. Not that we'll need it in this area. We'll need to hit that switch that's on the tank. We'll also need to bust all this down. And then bust down everything else we can. Also notice there's that golden star that was on the top right. Whoa. We don't want to lose Blizzard. I'm totally getting hit. No, I'm not. That's just a continuation. We might not want that yet. We're not done with this area. Yeah, notice this star back here. Oh. No, that's just part of the background art. Okay, I guess maybe there's nothing. Do we want to lose ice for cutter? I suspect we'll just stay on ice, just to make the water traversal easy. Then we've got to deal with this whirlpool. Now, as we learned in the previous level, that these are not completely straight recaps of the worlds in their original form, so this is not exactly World 2, because there are some added sections that we need to be aware of from time to time. And that is not the last one in this section, so that indicates we did miss something. Well, notice I can't reverse through this area, so possibly we have missed something already. And yeah, we know from... Oh yeah, no, we need to get rid of this guy. We know those guys always contain soul shards, so we'll just be careful with that. But we don't want to get out here yet until we've confirmed that everything has been acquired. Now, I think we should probably just follow the current, so we just need to be careful about it while riding the ice. we've opened up the top. And then there's this area up here. Okay, we'll hit that switch then. Okay. I've collected all the pieces, which is good because we are just about to take way too much damage. So yeah, we did miss something in the first section. I have no idea what. But at least if it's in the first section, that's relatively easy to repeat. And of course, as we discovered previously, checking around for some of the Volume 4 figurines is also worthwhile as we replay. Alright. Yeah, there's going to be a fairly strong wind going forward in this section. We'll just need to not miss. I think that's probably... Whoa, that's bad. Okay, that's going to reveal something. Yeah, this is, I believe, the new section. Oh. And we're going to take some serious punishment here. Oh, ring mouth. Let's do it. Assuming that I can actually float. I feel like we missed our opportunity, perhaps. But if we take stairs mouth and move it back, then we've got it. And then ring mouth can activate the fan up above. There we go. That's how to do it. I'm on almost no health, though. So this may not go well. Particularly if that happens. I didn't realize that ring mouth would have so little resistance to that. I mean, in general, Kirby has very little resistance to that. If you jump down, you need to be prepared to really finish up that ride. So yeah, it's going to be ring mouth here. No, stairs mouth. No, hang on. Can I go back? No, we're just going to miss the stairs completely, so I think it's best if I just try to take a death on this attempt here, and yeah, because once you miss the stairs, you miss this area. I will be playing through the level a second time anyway, but who's to say whether the collection will be going any better then? So let's scout ahead. We need ring mouth for sure to activate all of these fans, and so the whole point of this challenge here is to survive a ring mouth. As with the coin in the World 1 recap stage. So here in the World 2 stage, we need to not miss the stairs. Take the stairs back as before, grab the ring, and then not get hit. Alright, up we go. And then we will wait this out, just slightly. And that's good. We'll take out everything we can. Occasionally we do need to pull back a little bit, but then that allows me to stop. And then that allows me to hit this, which will open this up. Then we just need to kind of follow the momentum through here. Whoa. Okay, that's okay. That's easy to repeat. And this is just a check to make sure you've survived with the ring mouth. I don't think there's anything else that we need to... Whoops. Yeah, I suppose we do need to get rid of Ringmouth here in order to make it through, unless there's a boat. Is there a boat? I didn't think so. Oh, there is this guy, though. And I probably can't swallow him, can I? I actually have to beat him up with a power. Or something similar. So I'll go back and get him with sword, I think. Oh, and I could have repeated this in the first place because of the blue star that allows you to go back through the other section, so we were not as stuck as I feared I was. Looks like we collected all the pieces of his soul in this spot. Okay, let's go on. We will need to redo it, as I said before, because of the first section. But it looks like we're already at perhaps the boss, which makes me wonder why there are 6 shards remaining. We must have missed a lot. Maybe we're missing a cluster of 3 early in the level. That would make sense, in fact. We have 3 on the boss and 3 here. So who do we want on woods? We don't know how different this is going to be from the previous pattern. Drill is a bit more defensive. Homing Bomb allows me to spam attacks from close range a little bit better. So let's do bombs. So Tropic Woods here is going to be something different. Phantom Tropic Woods. Okay. And then, yeah. I actually quite like the idea of homing bomb in this one, I think. But we'll see if that remains the case. Nope, hang on. Yeah, the thing about homing bomb is that I do need to spread them out a little bit, otherwise it just activates too soon before I land a hit. Like, I can land a hit at range, but I can't spam in the same position every time. I need a little bit of spacing between the chains so they don't just chain everything together. Whoops. And also notice the projectile positioning here. First of all, I can tell why there are no damage achievements on these guys here in the bonus world bosses. But I can also see why True Arena is going to be a huge spike. Okay, back we go. Huff and puff and blow Kirby in. Oh, no. I was trying to dodge out of that, and that was not successful. We'll probably die on this attempt, but, you know, phase 2. I cannot actually go down the steps. Oh, that's a lot of fencing. A lot more than usual. So it's going to be a bit of a maze, and I think I can find my way through, but perceptually it is a little bit difficult. Can I actually destroy the roots here like we can in a standard fight? I mean, I believe we can, but you know what? Drill would skip most of the fence phase. It's probably not as good for damage, but we're getting up close anyway. And it's going to be a lot better for defense phase, so let's try Drill instead. Oops. And yeah, drill is actually very defensively capable here. We'll just need to make sure we control when we're attacking versus when we're getting underground. Nice thing about drill is that you can keep up damage in this phase as well. Poke him in the eyes. Not that it does anything critical. Okay, phase 2 before the blob next to me was about to detonate. Oh, you know what? No, if you drill through, you have to... Yeah, there actually aren't openings under defenses like there are when the drill is useful, so... We just need to outlast that pattern. I guess we missed the opportunity to do much damage to him there, but... It's okay, if you play defensively, that's still fine. That drill also takes you through this phase, so... Yeah, I still like drill quite a lot for survivability in this fight. It's actually pretty useful. Whoops. Then we... Whoop. Just try to find an opportunity to poke him a bit. Whoa. Taking a little too much damage here. I just need to watch the silhouette sometimes. Yeah, if you don't control the roots, this is what happens. That's it creates some pretty severe spacing issues, but I might lose on this round, but oh well, okay. Yeah, and so you do get an opportunity to read the maze ahead of time before it comes down. Oh, I lost the drill. That's awful. Let's get it back. Yeah, so if you read the outline really quickly, you can find a vulnerability in the pattern. I think we will stay with drill. Now, I am going to have to find something consistent because, as I said, we will have to face him twice to account for the fact that I missed some of the soul parts in the early part of the level, so... Yeah, need to watch the shadows. Okay, this is actually a good amount of damage. We managed to get a lot done early in this phase. And we'll get into phase 2 with a decent amount of health. And so yeah. This time I actually managed to spot this quickly. So we need to break some of the root systems, so I have a little bit of room to maneuver. Okay. Got a fence there. That's okay, we can just go under. Alright. And it's after you get ejected that you have to deal with the maze again, but we haven't had to see the queue for that recently, so I think we're probably fine. I feel like I'm pretty confident I'll get the kill right here. And then we'll have to do this again for the missing shards. I'm just missing one, literally one. This is going to get me to 47 out of 48. And that's a clear. But not enough of one, because whatever it was we were missing at the beginning, we will need to retrace. That is okay. I found a decent strategy, I think, for beating him with drill. And it's going to unlock Forgo Park, which is going to be the revisitation of World 3. So anyway, let's go back here. Do it again for whatever we missed at the very start, which I just did not see. Oh, you know what? I see it. It's right there. How did we miss that? Oh, probably because we destroyed the barrel, or had the barrel destroyed under the whirlpool before I got to it. Yeah, because you can see that if the barrel got smashed, then probably the item just dropped through. So yeah, no wonder we didn't see it. It was because that was only temporarily available. Alright, then let's do this stage quickly and get back to Tropic Woods as quickly as we can. Can we do a quick stun on him? I'm trying to. We can also just try to get under. Okay, Wild Edge here is going to take a fair bit of punishment. But just a few hits should do it, and I took way too much damage in this section, but we'll poke him, we'll switch to sword. But it's clear to me that drill is going to be the way to go for the final fight, just because defensively it's so much better than the other options. It does mean that when we eventually have to deal with Phantom Tropic Woods in the true arena... Oh, I have to drop the sword anyway in order to sleep. But when we eventually deal with Phantom Tropic Woods in a true arena, I'll of course have to learn some other methods for actually getting through the defensive pattern in the events that we don't have access to drill for it. That is currently a bit of a concern. We'll skip most of this. We don't actually need the optional bit here, and the longer we keep the defensive buff, the better. We can clear the stage quickly enough to perhaps take it all the way over to the boss at the end. Yeah, and I know I've got the soul completely, so... Actually, Ranger would not be bad for Tropic Woods if we keep Ranger all the way there, given that You've got a relatively stationary target that can be hit at long range. In the second phase, maybe it's not such a good idea. But we'll see. We'll see what is appropriate. Yeah, I was going to keep sword earlier, wasn't I? I should have actually kept fire. Simply because burning down a tree with fire, even with Dragonfire, is going to be relatively effective, and Dragonfire would also give you the hover. Yeah, we need to hit the switch. Ranger is actually not great here. Oh, yes, it is. You can hit the switch remotely. So that's fine. Let's go through here then. Actually, Ranger is fantastic here because you can hit switches remotely. Yeah, the auto aim on it was, or at least the kind of approximate diagonal aim was very effective. Anyway, let's tap the switch. No, that's just a bonus. Which one was a required switch? Let's figure this out. Yeah, the one on the left. And that takes us through. In the fight. And here we are, Warp Star. And then we have the wind segment next. Actually, should have thought about keeping Hammer, but again, I'll probably switch to Drill at the end anyway, just given that defensively it simplifies things so much. But I am thinking about the prospect of just sticking with Ranger for at least one attempt, just to try out something a little different. Okay. Zap, zap, zap. And we've got all this, so it's kind of nice, in fact, when you have all the collectibles you need. Oh, I lost Ranger anyway. Okay, that settles the question. We might as well just get out of here. And there is a sword at the end. We could consider sword. But I think at this point, it makes sense to just go Drill for the defensive pattern in the final fight. So yeah, let's go Drill. We're pretty much topped off at this point, so... Is it just me, or is there something on the right side that's glowing before we get up there? Nope, can't really float over here. That's just part of the artwork, then. Okay, let's take a bit of a breather, and then we will head up to Phantom Tropic Woods. Round 2. Yeah, Drill's just too convenient for this fight. Okay, let's see here. Now, I was saying at the start of my first segment of streaming today, a couple hours ago, I decided to continue playing post-game Kirby today in lieu of doing the new boss rush mode in Metroid Dread. And it kind of reminds me that, you know, I did complete my own file of Metroid Dread on hard mode a couple months ago, but it was really just a flat adjustment to things like damage numbers, and it would have been quite nice if a game like Dread was able to have alternate boss patterns, like hard mode boss patterns, like you see in this game, where you have some behaviors actually change. Because these are really great hard mode bosses. I think these have been Very interesting variations on each of these patterns that we've seen so far. So the visibility is pretty occluded on this fight, of course, but we can also drill under the roots. That's something I hadn't considered previously. That, yeah, getting right into his face and getting a fence into face might be something useful here. Okay, let's go back. Much better than usual in this fight in terms of damage mitigation, I say as I take damage. Whoop. And also lose the drill. Okay, we can't lose the drill, we have to have it. And we'll just stay in close. Destroy everything we can. Okay. Back. Okay. Should be able to get him pretty quickly, and just a few points of damage left, and that is down. Yeah, poor fellow. Unfortunately, we can't cut down the tree. Transplant him somewhere else. I actually haven't read, or perhaps even obtained, the trophy for him yet, have I? No, I must have obtained a trophy because I completed Volume 2 and 3. Because I haven't read the backstory to how exactly Tropic Woods relates to Wispy Woods. Well, since I've raised the question anyway, we might as well check it. And yeah, because it wasn't Tropic Woods here. And yeah, no, Tropic Woods is just sort of its own thing, native to this island, I believe. And yeah, so far just collecting a few additional figurines in the wild, but let's see. We may as well proceed to the recreation of World 3. Okay, 51 on this one. And we'll try to be rather thorough once again. I don't necessarily expect to finish all the post-game world in this stream, especially because we had such a huge hiatus earlier on before this segment. But it would be nice to get through at least World 3 or maybe 4. Luke, welcome. Glad you could make it. We kind of had to do today's broadcast in 2 segments. But it's been great so far. The post-game content has been amazing. Really a good example of how to do a post-game, I think. Can you actually beat this thing up? You can't, but I'm glad I checked that because I wouldn't necessarily have thought of it. Hang on, let's try to knock this down. No, we'll grab the cone after dropping the ice cream. Well, Luca, I did start pretty late. It's just that I had to resume after a break of about 2 hours. Like, I streamed for about 2 hours, I took a break for about 2 hours, and I came back. Because we did have a couple of things that needed my attention urgently, so it made sense to stop. But yeah, we were in the middle of one of the boss fights when I did have to go all of a sudden. But we are back, and I'll hopefully be able to stay for at least a little while longer. I mean, this was my old schedule last year, as you may or may not know, you know, starting much later than I tend to do nowadays. Oop, let's not do that. Okay, we'll stop him. Grab this. So yeah, as you can see, in the post-game world, this is kind of a dark recreation of the entirety of World 3 in the standard worlds. And so there are some added sections, some hard mode versions of the bosses. It's been great. And any user, you're just halfway through the ice zone and amazed with the quality of the game. Yeah, this was extremely impressive. The thing about the Kirby series is that there are so many Kirby games, and so many of them are also very experimental, that occasionally it can kind of feel like a series that is just trying whatever to see what sticks, right? And where, you know, you'll have a lot of games that are at least decent, but and creative, but not necessarily something outstanding. This game, I thought, has been outstanding. And the further I get, it just keeps getting better and better. It's has really been a model of how to do a Kirby game in 3D, and in a way that just feels completely distinct from any 3D platformers that have come before it. We missed whatever method it was to get this, so let's search and find it. It is going to be this glowing spot up here at the summit. And yeah, I've been extremely happy with this game. It's been a very, as I was saying earlier, it has been a very difficult streaming experience for me because we've had so many interruptions as well as technical errors, and just, it's been one disaster after another almost every broadcast with this game. But, you know, I keep pushing on because, like, this is, first of all, just wonderful all around, and secondly, also kind of unique enough as a personal experience in terms of any individual player's path through this adventure, that it has been very worthwhile to return to it, or very worthwhile to record it, rather. Okay, so the reason I'm still floating around is because it does give me a message when I have collected all of the soul fragments in a given zone, and I have not yet seen that message, which tells me that there's something that I have not done yet. Probably involving the cone mouth, but we'll look around just to be sure. Because I dropped a cone on the other side. I just need to see if I missed any other location that is actually reachable. Whoa. Or if there's anything else that I needed to do. I'm getting whipped. Yeah, because this was where we started. This is where I grabbed a cone. I don't know if we missed something perhaps on this side. And I didn't really see what the cue was for the location where I dropped the cone in the first place, which tells me that maybe I'm missing something else. But let's just check the entryway and try to work back. I mean, HAL Labs has always kind of been its own thing, end user. Like, they've always had a lot of personality as a developer kind of within the Nintendo sphere. And you can kind of see that with what HAL alumni like Sakurai brought to Smash. That it's very much that same kind of wild experimental mentality in a way, where they're willing to do a lot of like small games as well. Where, I mean, I had played their game Box Boy on the 3DS, and there was a particular challenge segment in this game that reminded me a lot of Box Boy in terms of some of the ideas, probably involving the stairs mouth. That's what I'm thinking of. Did we actually check this right side here? I don't know if I did. Yeah, sometimes this can be pretty subtle, the secret placement here, and so... Whoa, that's gonna whip me. I feel like it's gonna be maybe one of the other cars that we didn't take a proper look at, where we need to stomp something with a cone mouth, perhaps. I just haven't seen what that would be. Maybe... Oh, this looks like a glow location? No, it's not. I think we need to take cone mouth and stomp around a little bit and see if we can puncture any circles. But that was already how one of them was hidden, and there's not really that much redundancy, so... Let's see here. Oh no, it's the crate. Bottom right. I see it, I see it. No, it's not anything groundbreaking, so to speak. It's this thing here. And it's not it. Okay, that's not the last thing. So, yeah, maybe we do need to look for something additional, like a breakable piece of ground somewhere. I'm just looking for a crack. Because I didn't see one. Let's scan around, because usually it's very visually clear when this is breakable. And Doge, wow, yeah. I'm almost certainly just missing something quite obvious. Because you have this grassy area over here, you have this area over here. We didn't really check this top section, so let's come here and attempt some of this, like this conspicuous looking star, which is a whole lot of nothing. I feel like I am visually just overlooking something. But yeah, it was just something small like the crate just now. That's the scale of thing that I'm probably failing to see. So let's just go back and take a look. Because it's quite possible that I missed something. Oh, whoops. Oh, this is going to be trouble. Bad idea. Ah, yeah. This bit here. Got it. See, that's not that hard. Just need to pay attention. I mean, sometimes there are some that are time sensitive, as we discovered in both of the previous levels. And this is still the first section of the World 3 post-game stage, so got lots left. Okay. Ice or sword? Yeah, let's drop drill. Drill hasn't been too good in this level. A lot of the surfaces don't work well with it. Oh, Wild Frosty. Yeah, when I saw the fire, I should have realized that we were about to face Frosty. Whoop. Actually, drill would have been quite nice against him. But that's okay. We'll regret that later. Okay. Whoop. Yeah, not really been using Meta Knight's moveset to the fullest just yet. There is a special aerial attack that I never quite nail. Still less of a collectathon than a new LEGO Star Wars, yeah. Hope you've been enjoying that. I actually did get new LEGO Star Wars. I haven't played a LEGO game in a long time. They're usually, you know, just a little bit too much on the casual and unpolished side for me, but I just couldn't say no to that much of a Star Wars in the game. And actually, I quite like how the collection is set up in it. I'm not streaming the game because I have it on Switch, and it's not really visually of a quality that I think is worth streaming, but it's more of a little pick up and play thing I have on the side. Whoop. But yeah, I have too many games. I was trying to keep things like my backlog under control this year, and then because Advance Wars did not come out this month, I suddenly kind of had an opening and thought, okay, sure, let's indulge in some Star Wars. Alright. Wild Frosty is giving me a frosty reception. We will need to deal with fire, so let's grab Blizzard Ice. And grab this as well. But yeah, LEGO games go on steep sales so often and so quickly that, you know, if I were thinking about it rationally, I would have thought, okay, you know, let's just wait and see, wait for some of the bugs to get sorted out, wait for probably a deep discount as early as the May the 4th to be with you. That's coming in a couple of weeks, where there's always a big Star Wars sale. And then Lego Star Wars actually just turned out to be exactly what I needed as a kind of portable game on the side at this exact time. And so it was one of those games that just was in the right place at the right time. But it's really nice to get back to Kirby as my main event here. Drill would have been so much better for Frosty. Yeah, I agree in retrospect. And I should have predicted that Frosty was coming. Because, yeah, pretty much as soon as I saw Frosty there, I was thinking, okay, no, I should have had Drill. We'll grab these. We're not going to exit until I have confirmed that I have everything in this area. We checked the right side already. I actually spent a fair bit of time fooling around on the canopies when I was here in Standard World 3, and so I feel like it's going to be something similar. Yeah, we checked all this. I'm trying to remember where the original secrets placements were in this level. Bomb would have been okay, I guess. Perhaps we missed something. Have I ever played Crash Bandicoot? I actually haven't. I know all of Crash Bandicoot 1 through 4 are on Switch, but no, I kind of wasn't in tune with a lot of what was going on in the console space around the heyday of PlayStation 1. Like, even with N64, it's not a platform I know that well. I didn't really do the kind of late 90s 3D transition very well. Ah, there it is. Okay, I see it. So, okay, let's grab that. Which is why, you know, when people were saying that, oh, Kirby has to go 3D like all the other series that have gone to 3D, I was thinking, you know, does it really have to? Like, not everything 2D has to go 3D. Oh, you know what? It's mouthful. Let's keep both abilities. Because, you know, generally I still kind of think that there was this very unfortunate period of time in the late 90s and early 2000s when everybody was just thinking that, like, 2D is dead and 3D is the future of game design, and I was kind of cherishing all of the side-scrolling series we had left, right? But seeing this game as a proof of concept of what Kirby can do in 3D, I'm completely sold on it. I am so impressed with all of the kind of very nuanced considerations of how to make the series work, and what kind of platforming and action hybrid it would be in a way that would be totally in keeping with the spirit of how Kirby generally is like. Whoops, let's not do that. Okay, let's be careful with these platforms, and possibly there's something to drop in on in order to create a pathway to more of these soul fragments. Notice that the soul fragments are always going to be visible even in the dark, so we should look for a glow. And yeah, Luca, I'm a big fan of Rayman Legends. I didn't play Origins, apart from the Origins tribute stages in Legends, but I did play Legends originally on Wii U, and I liked it a lot. There's a lot that I still kind of refer to from time to time with its collectibles design. Specifically, there was one thing that Legends did very well that I've almost never seen apart from a few games like Celeste, which is that when you collected things, you couldn't just suicide into any of the optional stuff. You actually did have to, you know, grab those golden coins like you do in the strawberries in Celeste and survive with them safely, which is something that very few platformers actually enforce. Oh, whoops. Let's get out here. I thought it was actually really quite an important aspect of its design that isn't adopted enough. Like, the idea of getting collectibles to safety, and so it's amazing how rare that actually is, in fact. Okay, let's drag them over here, and we'll just go around the side. And whoop. Oh, they're going to drift back to their initial location. Let's be careful here. Whoop. Let's be careful here, I say, as I jump to my death. Twice. Yeah, so any user, having seen the LEGO game on the Switch, I mean, it actually looks in some ways nicer on handheld than it does on a docked screen. The frame rate is fine. The main issue is that in the open areas, the pop-in is extreme. Like, if you are bothered by the level geometry popping in close to you as it renders, like, that's the main problem with the Switch board. And the main thing that's kind of likely to irritate people graphically, I think. Other than that, like, you know, if you're able to get used to something like that, it plays decently enough given that it is on the Switch. Like, it is still, you know, total feature parity and everything. It's... But yeah, I mean, I was picking it up mainly as a kind of portable game to kind of fill in some gaps for myself, which I had previously been filling by doing my master mode replay of Breath of the Wild, which it's hard to follow that up with anything, you know. It's alright, let's do this. But yeah, I think that if you don't necessarily need the portability, and if you have access to other platforms, it's probably a better idea to get a LEGO game on other platforms. Yeah, because I suspect that some things like the audio quality are pretty substantially reduced as well, just to keep file sizes down, because audio is always something that takes up massive drive space, far more than people realize, I think, especially with multiple localizations. We have not collected everything here. Let's check and be careful. Wasn't there some kind of side passage here previously that was relevant? I don't know. Let's see. I have not collected everything in this section, so we need to be thorough. Here it is. But yeah, it's sort of interesting, though, that the nice thing about the new LEGO Star Wars game is that in its open world design, it does actually adopt some things that are quite nice about what worked in Breath of the Wild, which is... So I'm somebody who really does not like following instructions in games. I do not like reading quest objectives. I do not like following waypoints or doing checklists or anything like that. Which is why Breath of the Wild was kind of a dream game for me. And one thing the LEGO Star Wars game understands is that even though it has a lot of things like that, it has waypoint markers, which you can turn off, it has quest objectives that are in a log and all that, you can still do that stuff without having to engage with the really busy interface. You can still go out on your own and adventure and just find those objectives by yourself without being told, in the same way that you can with the Korok seeds in Breath of the Wild. And, I mean, I know it's not the only open world game to do that and sort of adopt that philosophy, but I think it's very important to an open world experience that you can do tons of stuff without being told, or complete missions before you ever have them assigned. And there was a bit of a prototype of this kind of design in the LEGO series with LEGO City Undercover a few years ago, which was kind of its stab at this. I don't really keep up with the LEGO games, but the last one I did keep up with was LEGO City Undercover, which was more inspired by GTA, but still had a similar philosophy to how to, implement those mechanics in an open setting. Have I tried Elden Ring? No, I have not. I can't run it. I have to. I've been putting off a new PC build for a couple of years now, basically, partly because of the graphics card situation and some other things. But like Elden Ring is something that I will play eventually, but it's not going to happen this year, I don't think. And I understand the PC port is not really that well optimized in its current state anyway, but it's a game that I want to catch up on. It's just not happening that soon. I also realized at this point that I did not get the rare star in the second level. There was one in the first level. I assume there's one in every single one of these, but I did not find wherever it was hidden in post-game level 2. Anyway, these scary guys always carry a soul fragment, so we'll get one. And yeah, the graphics card prices right now are not fun. Unless you're explicitly setting up a crypto mining business or something, I don't know. But yeah, it's one of those things where, I'm kind of waiting for the right opportunity. I'm so busy with games on Switch right now anyway, that I'm okay with just having Switch as my main platform for the time being. And catching up with a big PC upgrade a little while from now. Who knows when. Best port is the Steam Deck port. I've heard that, actually, that Valve did a couple of custom optimizations for Elden Ring, specifically for their hardware. But yeah, I know that one thing that definitely got my attention about Elden Ring from seeing other people play it on stream is I like how spare the interface is and how little guidance it has. Like, it does seem like Breath of the Wild is the kind of game where it's good for players like me who just do not like being told what to do. And okay, so yeah, we missed something and I'm trying to find out where. I feel like I'm probably past a point of no return at this point for collecting something, though, so we will likely have to do this level twice after all. Unless it's something close by. But I don't think it is, so I believe we will have to just redo this. That's okay. That's okay. Hopefully the boss is not too hard. Oh, whoops. Okay, so yeah, we'll just follow the maze then. This is a new segment. This little fun house over here. Notice that these guys only spawn in the direction where they're trying to frighten you. In no other direction. I don't know if I'll need a bomb. I probably do, but you know what? Not really that comfortable with ice. Let's switch to bomb. Ice I find a little bit awkward relative to some of the other abilities. Notice that there is something up top over here. We probably should bomb that, in fact. If we can bomb that. No, that's going to be based on a switch. Let's go around. Okay. And we'll have to figure this out. Okay. This room was your favorite room in the post-game? Yeah. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, so... And I can tell, actually, having played some of the Mario Maker levels by Doge Doge Wow, and knowing how you feel about surprises, let's say. Okay, we missed something back here. I can see why you like this level. But no, it's fantastic, actually. I feel like in some ways, like this overhead layout, along with a lot of this one-way navigation, kind of reminds me of classic 2D Zelda dungeons. I think it has a very similar mentality. Is this going to be something timed? I hope not. Okay, let's not accidentally hit the warp star, obviously. We need to finish collecting. Oh, did I totally lose track of where to chase that thing? I did. I missed it. I actually think I'll just take a hit here, in fact, if I can. Because then I can retry that one. Yeah, let's just take a hit here. Okay, let's do it again. And yeah, I haven't looked into very much about this game from a development side just because I've been avoiding spoilers over the course of playing it. But I did hear one very interesting thing about it, which was apparently in one of the sort of official developer interviews, which was how they do the hit detection in this game. Such that it actually kind of favors the player if you're at a camera angle that looks like it should be hitting, and if you know you have a swing that's a little bit off and doesn't actually make contact with the enemy, it still kind of errs on the side of what the player believes to be fair in terms of situations where, you know, if you have a weird camera angle and you feel like you should be hitting something, and then the game will just let you hit it. Oop. Come on. Let's do this. There we go. Much better. Much better. Look at that. But yeah, this whole thing here, it looks like it's a room out of Link's Awakening or a game like that, especially with this graphical style, in fact. Okay. Oh, whoops. Alright, let's redo this. Then we'll hit this. Lower the wall. And then... Did I collect what I wanted to collect? Yeah, I think I did. Let's... Okay, we got everything. Yeah, I wonder why I thought I missed something earlier when I was trying to chase this trail over it. But we got everything. So, let's not worry too much about it. What I've been told by somebody else who finished this game to 100% is that there is actually a lot of content here that's... Okay, this is going to be Clawroline in some variant, but there's a lot of content here in terms of hidden rooms, like secret rooms that are kind of unlisted and are just like actual secrets waiting to be discovered with no particular outside indication like the Model Ds or whatever. Where do we want to keep Bomb? Since this will be our only opportunity to do it with Bomb, given... I don't know, because the thing about Clawroline is that I had been guarding through her attacks previously. I've been going with stuff like Ranger. She fires the swords at you, though, so you can technically switch to sword if you want. Let's go Bomb to start, and we'll see how I do. Illusory Leopard, Phantom Clawroline. Okay, this is new pattern right away. And then we managed to counter it. Good, good, good. Okay, that's a new pattern as well. We just jump out of it. Then we'll just jump out of this one and it converges. That was actually a little early, but that's okay. Better to be early than be late. Yeah, this is a very dynamic fight. Whoa. And claw attack does slap you out of your power right away, so we need to be careful about that. We'll get the counter. Oh, nope. Missed it. That's okay. Just going reasonably. I am taking a fair bit of damage, which will not hold up in True Arena when we get to it. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's not too bad as long as you can dodge. Whoa. Keep misreading that pattern. Oh, that's just like the final boss's pattern. Or rather, like a Leon Gar's attack. Which makes sense, given that they're both cat bosses and they are somehow related. Oh, okay. These are fantastic fights. I didn't really get to appreciate much about the original Clawline fight because I kept cheesing it with stuff like Time Crash and Ranger. But there's tons of variety to this pattern and just really a great sense of speed. So yeah, that was a fun one, for sure. We have to redo this level anyway because of the things I missed, so... And I don't mind because we can just do that fight again and... Maybe we'll try something other than Bomb, but I feel like Bomb actually worked really well. You do like any user that they went above and beyond to make the bosses replay different in a post-game? Oh yeah. I mean... It's sort of interesting that the Kirby series, in my experience, has, at least in recent years, been very stacked towards the post-game. And this was especially true of something like Star Allies, where the main game was actually extremely short. And that game was pretty much all post-game in some ways. And I feel like this game has actually found a very good balance, where, you know, the standard campaign up to the end credits, even though the number of levels isn't that large, it feels really chunky as this like very content-packed experience, partly because the replays by themselves have so much variety. So we're missing one. Let's figure out where that is in the appropriate section. And yeah, so in each of these sections, Elflin will tell you if you are in fact missing something, which makes the hunt a lot more reasonable. And yeah, even early Kirby, you know, was thinking about post-game content much earlier than most other series. I mean, that's a Kirby experience though, right? Like, it's not really necessarily about the main campaign, it's kind of a mix of that and the post-game and all the mini-games on the side. And we're probably going to take a death at some point here, but... I missed Cone Mouth, but that's okay. This section is a skip anyway, so... Do we want Needle? Nah, not really. Let's just stay on Bomb. Okay. But yeah, I feel like this game really got it right in terms of the pacing of the main experience. And of course I say that as somebody who kind of played it as close to 100% as I could as I went along. And perhaps it's a little different for somebody who was rushing through, but I'm quite satisfied with it in terms of length. And I think this is a great concept for the post-game as well. You know, just to run through the worlds in sequence. Like, it's very much in keeping with what the pacing of the original levels should encourage. Whoops. What a slam this guy. And then... Okay. This is going to be a better fight than usual, actually. Bomb works pretty well against him. Was it in this section I was missing something? I should have been paying attention. I think it was, right? Or... I don't even remember now. I wasn't paying attention. Was there not just some souls in a locked room just before the screen transition? Like, screen transition going into this room? No, the ones that are no longer gold, like the ones like this that are no longer gold, are already previously obtained. And I think in the previous section I was explicitly told that I had gotten everything. Right? Unless I missed one screen transition. Yeah, this one I believe I had got everything, right? Because I previously checked this spot up here. Hang on, let's keep playing. Let's keep playing. And in this room, was I missing something? Got all the pieces in this area, okay. Let's speed through. Yeah, no, it was in one of the later rooms that I think I missed one. And I actually can't remember which one, but that's because, well, we need to pay attention, basically. I don't know why I keep playing this like it's Needle or something, where I can just blink through. Alright. Anyway, we'll just try to pass this section fast way. And we'll see what we're missing. I think it was in the section after this that we missed one, but could definitely use the health. And yeah, the only real penalty to using the light bulb is that there is a slight slowdown. Okay. Then let's wrap around here. But yeah, in the main worlds, there is only one of the timed treasure room challenges that I have not beaten yet. And that one will need some work. I'm nowhere close to getting it right. It's... yeah, it's the last one that unlocks at the end of the end credits. No, actually, there's one beyond that that I haven't revealed yet. There's one additional treasure room that has yet to be discovered, as far as I'm aware. Okay, let's keep going. In case it was in the next room that we missed something. Now, let's listen to Elflin. I believe it was in this room that I missed one. One piece of Leon's soul left here, yeah. Notice that one light is on and one light is not on. I kind of wonder if this is anything. But yeah, no, this is a room where we previously dropped down to the lower level too soon before I had kind of properly finished seeing it. So we'll just be extra careful and we'll try to find it. You know what? This whole passage up top... Oh yes, that's right, it's just a speed check. We previously did beat it. It's actually fairly easy. So that's the lower level. We didn't hit this though, did we? And did I previously spawn... Ah, yeah, that's it, that's it. We got it. Okay. Oh, nope. Got it. Just barely. Alright, now let's speed over to Claroline and finish the level. These guys are a problem. Sure, let's just skip the ice and get something a little more usable. Or more ice, that works too. Yeah, ice isn't too bad for skating through this section, but just need to remember to burst through those guys. then we'll head down. But yeah, this game is pretty good about notifying you of locations on replay, so you're not constantly hunting for the last one out of 50 or whatever. Out of 51 in the case of this level. I should have kept Bomb, because I like Bomb on the next fight, so... I mean, you know, for the sake of variety, maybe we should have tried something different, but I also just want to win as well, so... oh, whoops. Got karate chop there. As close as when you drove through an intersection on a yellow light. Yeah, that's pretty much what it felt like. I lost a bomb. Oh, hey, crash, crash, crash. No, I missed it. I didn't realize there was a crash in this stage. Or we would have been able to take time crash in to the next section. That's okay. We'll do it this way instead. Yeah, I didn't even see the crash the first time. Or we'll just do bomb again. Yeah, because time crash is just so much fun when it comes to boss fights. Whereas just this kind of race to get everything down as early as you can. Alright, let's head over here. And why did I miss this again? Oh, yeah, no, I just missed the exit. Yeah, okay. Or you can just float over like this because you lowered this gate, and that was the whole point of going to the bottom left. Should have done that in the first place. It turns out paying attention occasionally helps. Okay, great. Let's stay on bomb, and let's do the fight. Okay, let's dodge out of this. Okay, jump out of this. Okay. And then we'll dodge. Oh, whoops. Didn't dodge hard enough. Accidentally got back into range after that. Oops. Okay, let's get away from the claw. Nope. I did get the dodge timing right, it's just that I didn't go far enough in that direction, so... You really do need to pull back all the way and get a second bounce on the dodge, because there's always a secondary bounce that is necessary here. But should have gone for more dodges, and we just missed. Okay, I'm taking more damage than I did previously on this fight. Let's try to do it right. Ooh, not great. Yeah. That's okay. If we lose the bomb, then we'll try it again with a different item. Anyway, next phase. Not much flexibility to take an additional hit here, so... Okay. Here we go. Okay, that was a pretty close call. X power. No, I was trying to sneak under and just missed. That's okay, let's try something else. Perhaps. Do we want needle or do we want sword? I want sword, I think. Make this up close and personal. Because sword will give me a good counter. Yeah. A very strong counter, in fact. Oh, it's a little late on one of these. That was enough to throw off the entire pattern. Okay, let's grab this and go. Nope. Yeah, if I get every dodge and sneak in just the right amount of counter hits, that should be good. Sword is actually really good against this so far. We've been dodging wall too, and that helps, but the fact that I can just push to counter attack very quickly is a big help. And then we'll just wait for this one here. Here we go. Okay. Okay, just duck into that. Oh, whoops. Got slapped. Okay, that was something that deteriorated very quickly. Doja as well, I'll catch up on what you said about her attack in just a moment. Let's see if we can get this done first. Whoops. One of the experiences of streaming games like this is that you do eventually get used to the idea of a reading chat during an apparently safe phase kind of death. You don't know why she gets clones for that one attack and never uses them again. I think maybe if you take too long to chip her down, she probably does go through that part of the pattern again. I guess we only see it once because, you know, at that point you're well on pace to burn her down before anything else happens. But I don't actually know because we just haven't seen enough of this fight to find out. Okay, we'll do at least one more, I think. Probably can't stay too long beyond that, but we'll try to finish Forgo Horns, and then we'll have 3 stages after that. Yeah, that's probably a good endpoint to do one more today, and we'll probably continue this next week, but we'll see. So let's do the winter level. Oh, this is going to include the massive bridge mini-boss rush as well, I guess. That's going to be interesting. Okay. Yeah, around this part of the game, that's when the levels really continued to open up quite a bit in terms of exploration. Anyway, a bunch of fencing in here, that is new, so let's see if we can poke around and... Anyway, you know what? Quake is probably going to lift this, I bet. There we go. Okay, Quake actually lifts this without doing anything else, so that's something we should keep in mind as an interaction that might continue to be relevant. Anyway, let's break everything we can. And then this mound looks awfully suspicious. No, that was just me. Okay. And my Quake ability. And yeah, we just need to do another Quake through here. Very interesting. Break everything over here. And somewhere here there was the side passage in the original level, right? Like, I don't think it's this early, but it's somewhere along here there's the side road. It might actually be right here beyond this fence. For all I know. No, couldn't quite see. That's not correct. But we'll keep our eyes out for that. I believe there was something originally. This passage, yeah, that's right. And this time you do need to drill down in order to get it. Poke that guy for no reason. Lots of bombs over here. I don't know if we want to switch to bombs. I think this is just encouraging me to go Quake, in fact. And the fact that Quake in the middle of a mound does that makes me want to check the mound that was a little bit earlier. No, you can't really go through this, so that's not going to be it. That's fine. Okay. Let's poke through here. And what have we got? Naturally we'll get that, but float back out. And this is the juicer segment. We'll grab this and let's see. Yeah, naturally you will need this. I wonder if I should go fire for anything here. I'm just going to scout ahead a bit to see. Yeah, notice that there is one thing here that I can grab in advance before we sail around too much. And that there's, yeah, a couple of things here that are breakable with juice. And, okay, up we go. I mean, it's an ice world. I feel like we probably should switch to fire. Unless there's a good reason to stay with drill. We haven't really played with fire at all today. We'll go fire with juice. And I don't know why I keep thinking of the soda dispenser as juice instead of something else that comes out of cans. And yeah, I know I can do that. I don't know why it felt like it had to give me a tutorial message about that. Maybe the game just sort of auto-detected behavior that made it look as though... Oh, sold out. Okay, I didn't know he had so few projectiles. That's not good. I didn't know projectiles were so limited in this one. Okay, that's not good because we might have missed it. Okay, no, we have 3 shots, but you need to save the shots until you've traversed all this. Okay, that's understandable. This is the first time in a game that we've seen the limited ammunition on vending mouth actually matter. Because previously it had no meaningful effect. Okay, got all the pieces, great. We're just gonna drop it. Anyway. Let's go over here. And proceed. Oh, oops. And, yeah, okay, good. Good against ice. That's very, very helpful. Unless we need hammer for something, which may still be the case. Bad idea. No, we actually needed hammer for something. We needed it for this switch here. So we'll grab hammer after getting across. Although, maybe melting ice is also good. Yeah, you actually need ice and hammer, then, or rather fire and hammer. Elven gives tutorials of players having trouble. Yeah, I hadn't seen that at all in this game until this point. If you fight a boss as normal Kirby and you don't attack, he says you can suck up the stars. Yeah, it's very contextually dependent. And That's very clear to me. I guess hammer would have broken the ice as well. Maybe I didn't need fire to melt that first, because you would have had to keep fire from the previous section to make that happen. Oh, no. You get fire from this hammer, of course. Forgot about the fire effect. As something that could melt ice. Because that's just what fire does. Okay, so no, we're definitely going hammer here then. Because... yeah, we'll just melt that and... see what lies beneath. There we are. 14 out of 51. I don't know if I missed something already. Let's... I think all of that was preserved, so let's... go forward. Yeah, I guess that's the first time in the game that we have received that tutorial message about mouthful mode stacking on the standard abilities, so it probably just detected me dropping too many abilities in quick succession while attempting to claim the vending mouth as normal Kirby. Okay, hang on. Let's get enough air here to make sure we get the melt. Oh, hang on. Should actually do the triple attack if I can. Might have to do it from the side. I was hoping to do the aerial stomp like that. But you can't really get a good shot on top of these platforms, so I'll have to see what I can do about that. I mean, yeah, the fire doesn't really reach that high. Let's try to get on top of the ice block, maybe? Whoops. Let's charge up first. There we go. Much better. Much better. Okay, so we are going to grab the collectible, of course. We'll do that. As well as some health. As well as whatever is back here, which is probably a soul fragment. Okay, good. I don't know if there's anything further to the right here. I don't believe there will be. Okay, whip this guy. And let's see what happens when all of these platforms drop one by one. Hopefully there's nothing missable from dropping everything here. Likely I just need to whack this guy and got this over here. Oh, yep. Yeah, this is very much just a hammer section. And we've got every piece, great. And there's even an opportunity to sleep here if we want to buff up. But I want to make sure I have hammers, but never mind, we have a door transition, so I missed the opportunity to take a bit of a break. That's okay, we'll keep hammer instead. Yeah, I should have thought about that carefully and taken rest, taken sleep rather, and then gotten hammer out of there. Okay, there we go. Just need to follow the fencing. That seems to be the main thing here. Ah, yes. And then needle, which I'll take because that looks important. Then a little bit of needle momentum. And then there's fire available there. I guess we'll stay on needle, though. Whoa, no. Bad idea. Okay. Needle allows you to get back out, so we'll stick with it. And then, whoops. I don't know if I've missed anything yet, but for the time being, we'll just try to grab everything we can. Then, yeah, there's got to be something that will let me smash that. There is, so we're going to take the cone. Okay. Yeah, of course we're doing this. This seems to be the new section, if I'm seeing it accurately. We survive with the cone mount and take it across. I think part of this here will be about surviving with the cone mount before we lose the opportunity to blow up some other water pipes. And there we go. That's everything. Excellent. That worked pretty well. Now let's continue. I guess it'll be the bridge battle. Yeah, bridge battle doesn't have the intro section. Probably doesn't have too many side rooms either. I don't really know what the order will be. I guess the fact that ice is offered to you early is a clue that I should probably take ice in case it's a hard counter. We were even given a second chance to do ice here, just in case. Oh, look, here's one guy who will give me something shiny. Okay, something is up here, for sure, right? Where's the bomb spots? There's got to be a bomb location here. Or... wait, what's this? There we go. We'll grab some of the side passages here, and then... yeah, we'll actually get a choice of a couple of different items. Ranger, and then Cutter. I am paying attention to the area beneath as well, because that was one of the original Waddle Dee placements in one of these bridge sections. Let's do drill. I don't have any idea who's going to be first. Well, that yeah, drill is fine. Drill is more fine, in fact. As long as we actually collect some of the segments along the way. Okay, it looks like we'll have to fight the wind and do this fight while collecting all 5 pieces, if I understand this correctly. Which is good, because a drill is actually going to help quite a bit with that. Or rather, we'll be doing each of these fights and there will be multiple collectibles along the way that we potentially need to be aware of. Which tells me I should stay on drill, because that allows me to resist wind. And whoop. No, we gotta go for that bottom left. Bottom left. Missed it. Missed it. I kind of want to take the death here, just so we can redo it. I would prefer to redo it, so... yeah, because if I can grab that now, I would like to. We can grab the drill at the beginning of this fight anyway, so let's just lose it. Yeah, I saw it coming, that second shard. It's just that I was completely out of position and I lost a drill at precisely the wrong moment, so we'll just take a few hits and I wish there were a more graceful way to reset one thing, but... Fight itself should not be too bad. We just need to do this one missable thing a little more cleanly. And also get a sense of what has or hasn't already been collected at this autosave point. Let's take a look. Has this been collected? It has not. But I would assume everything up to that point has been, so let's take this, and then, yeah, I'm going to be switching to drill anyway. Actually, needle might not be too bad, because needle allows you to resist wind pretty well. It's also... You know what? Let's stay as needle. I kind of want to try it this way. Let's not get whipped, though. Yeah, I like needle on this, in fact. I would assume it's kind of a series of 4 fights, perhaps, given that there might be 1 shard per fight, plus the finishing shard at the very end. Let's stay on needle. Yeah, the movement is quite fast, so I quite like it. And we'll lose it and regain it, rather than struggling to get back in position with the item. Okay. Okay, let's just dodge as much as possible just to pull out of here if we can. Maybe just punch her out while we're at it. And then, yeah, that's just tornado. Tornado might be good here actually, but we'll get in position. Yeah, I quite like the amount of damage that needle can get done here. So we'll get him quickly. Hammer's going to be next, but or rather, Hammer's next item. But we're going to refresh this and then go for the fragment down low. Yeah, choosing between needle and gorilla is quite nice for this fight, actually, just because the freedom of movement is so useful. Then we grab fragment number 5, and that's going to be it here. And then we'll see if we get confirmation of whether this is it for this part. Yes, it is. Which is great. Mang, welcome. Okay. Now, are we at DDD already? Or is there something else? There is something else. There's the boat segment. Okay. You know what? Let's grab a ranged attack. This was a bad idea. We'll need to get caught up now. I mean, the principle of getting a ranged attack in this section is probably fine. It's just that I didn't do this very accurately. And we'll hopefully not be missing anything else. Alright. Okay, left side. There's something here. I can't bust it open yet. Can I? Yes, I can. Okay, so now we can grab the ring mouth and probably drive the boat through. We're required to do so, but I want to blast here anyway, just in case there's anything secret that we missed. Because I feel like there probably were places to go that we didn't check. I mean, there have to be, right? Like, there's this whole water segment just waiting to be explored. Or maybe this one here. Nope. Invisible walls all around. Okay. I guess not then. But I like how you can actually burst against a current. That's important. But anyway, let's sail on then. Take this a little further. And, get all of these guys down if we can. Haven't seen any soul fragments in a while. That's a little concerning. Oh, here's one. I wonder if I was supposed to jump him. Yeah, no, we got it. 40 out of 51. We got lots to go. Okay. Nope. Something tells me we... Nope. Nope, nope. We definitely missed something, I think. Let's go around. I feel like we definitely missed something. Maybe it gives you a reset at the end of the segment, though. I don't know if I should count on that, but... Okay. Yeah, if it allows me to reset the boat segment, we'll do it, but... Because I feel like I definitely missed something on the right side. Well, we'll see, because if I do this first, and then do this before any kind of timer expires, let's see if we get a confirmation. Yep, we got it. Okay, so no need to go back. There's fire at the end. We should probably keep fire. It looks like it's going to be useful for something, especially in an ice world. Unless it's going towards DDD directly. Let's, yeah, let's just grab fire. I think this is already taking us up to DDD, so... Indeed, it is. Against DDD, I think I actually want Cutter. Yeah, I'm just thinking about how we did this fight previously. It is going to be a new pattern, obviously. Fire has the benefit of really quick movement against the slam attack, though, and... you know what? If we die, we'll have to pick one of these two, so let's just go in with fire the first time just to see something unique. We won't be able to time crash our way out of phase 1, so... Phantom King DDD. Basically the equivalent of Phantom Ganon. Including firing tons of projectiles at you. Oh, okay. Okay, I should actually dodge him from time to time. Oh. Nope. Trying to get out of that. I should be able to swallow his hammer during a certain phase if it works the way same it does in the standard fight. Okay. Taking a little too much punishment here, but... We'll roast him a little bit. And get into phase 2. And okay, that's how this fight is different. It just has additional obstacles to dodge. It's not too bad, actually. Oh, should have dodged that. Oh, wow. Okay, dodge. And then he's going to do this attack again. Okay. Whoa, what's that attack? Okay, this phase should get him. Nope. Got him. Dodge, dodge. Wow, that's exactly what it is. With a few more dodges than that, I would say. Did we actually manage to get everything in this level in one try? We didn't find a rare star. But I think we did get a figurine, so... And did we manage to clean it up? I think I did. So we don't need to redo it just for one collectible. Napping Beast. Okay, I've got to decide here. I don't know if I can stay long enough to do more today. We have the World 5 repeat, the World 6 repeat, and then the final stage here. Yeah, I think I maybe better not risk it. So here's what remains to be done at this point. If I look at my pause screen, we have 81%, so we've only gained 6% today, so clearly there's a lot more left to do. We've cleared 100% of the collectibles in stages 1 through 4 there, obviously. And we'll just play around with Dragonfire a little bit because I can. And yeah, we also did Colosseum today in the previous stream, so we did today's stream in 2 segments, which is why this segment was so comparatively short. And I kind of want to heal up as well. Let's, you know what, let's just grab the rest again because the animation is fantastic. So, as far as Kirby goes, I'm likely to continue this next week. And so we'll do the remaining levels. We'll maybe try the Hammer Challenge again since I can't seem to get it. And we'll also do any other post-game content like a True Arena that might open up, and then we'll see if we can make any progress with that whatsoever. This week, tomorrow, I'm hoping to do the new Metroid Dread Boss Rush that launched today, if I'm able to find a time to come online. And if that turns out to be something fairly short, which I expect it to be, then we'll also perhaps do some Mario Maker on top of that. And so yeah, we'll be back to Mario Maker, plus perhaps a bit of Metroid over the next few days. And if we're going to be continuing the rest of the Kirby postgame here, we'll do that probably early next week. So with that in mind, let's put on some other hat. And we're going to send you off with a little bit of music from the sound test player. What are we going to rock out to today? Well, I don't know, but let's find the bomb, because the bomb looks flashy, and I think that's very appropriate for going to a concert. Oh yeah, collectibles-wise, we haven't been rolling on Volume 4 because I've just been collecting these through playing the stages. And Luca, you said you'll have a special level for the next Maker stream. So yeah, Luca, I mean, I don't know if it's something you've completed now, but like tomorrow, if I have some time after Metroid, and if I'm able to stay and play, we'll be probably doing a custom selection anyway. But if not, we'll definitely see you for viewer levels this weekend. Volume 1 figures, I'm missing the ones that you can't roll for, and they are actually easy to get. I didn't realize until today that you can actually click on the non-rollable ones and see the requirements. So we just need to get a few more present codes. I've entered 3 already that I kind of found via the demo and via the Nintendo Switch news page, I think. And this is literally buying items, which I've never done in this game. And so these are really easy to fill once we've gotten through more stuff. Yeah, this one for the final boss was through defeating the Ultimate Arena earlier. And a lot of these remaining requirements are clearly for the post-game challenges. So yeah, let's put on some music. And let's find something interesting. Yeah, we've heard a lot of these today already, so... Okay, it doesn't play this on an infinite loop, unfortunately. We'll just find something that's good to end on. Maybe boss music? I don't know. Long version of Kirby dance? They do dance to it in time, I guess. Yeah, this is just the World 2 overworld music, I think. We might go with that one. Let's go with that, actually. I like that idea. Let's just go Everbay Coast. Which is all the better when you see the band and the audience just kind of bob their heads along. They dance depending on the beats per minute. They kind of do. I was trying to pay attention to see if that's the case, and it looks like that actually is the case, unless we were just lucky about that. They totally do, because like this track is a little faster, and you can see they pick up the pace a little bit. So yeah, they totally bop along to the music, which is fantastic. So that's all we will have time for today, though. So yeah, we kind of streamed for 2 hours, took a break for 2 hours, and came back for 2 hours. So today was a bit chaotic, but we managed to get through a good chunk of the postgame, at least. And there will be much more to come. Especially if I continue to do quite as badly on dodging some of the new boss forms. So, thanks so much for coming by, whether you were here for segment 1 or 2 or both, or are watching this belatedly on the VODs or whatever. We will see you around for Metroid Mario Maker this weekend and more Kirby next week. In the meantime, enjoy whatever it is you're playing, and whatever it is you've been making. We'll find somebody to raid in just a moment. But for now, I'm going to say thanks for watching. And... oh. I see. Okay, no, the track actually does proceed past the loop. We got to the end of that track. That's okay. We'll listen to the beach. And aside from that, as usual, stick around for the raid. See you around. Have a great day, and fare thee well.